Coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the London Black Knights. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway here in London. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
I just came from a manager meeting and now I'm about to go to the gym so I can get my work done.
Tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Browns going up against the Black Knights. So, with the call of this week's 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the London Black Knights. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Complete here to Gary Barnidge. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
This is fielded at the 27. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down. And the key words in there, prep for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they like to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Obviously, a big play was needed.
I might keep him, man.
Up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Rashad Perriman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. No thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to... And he'll take over at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Return team. Automatic first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Bad 38. Bad 38.
Throwing now. Taylor on first down. And incomplete.
Go back.
A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
And that's why he came right out.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down. It gets a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they held it down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Third down and goal from the 6. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go on the ground. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing field.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is
Right
always
there.
20/20.
What are you doing?
They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And, Charles, something you have to be aware of as a QB. Once you get back to that back line of the end zone, you sort of have to be in survival mode.
Yeah, but he's still between the tackles, so if he tried to throw it away, it still would have been 2 points.
We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. And they were back in the red zone last time defensively, but they were able to get that fourth down stop.
Gave up no points in a situation where you expect at least 3 to go on the board. I have a feeling that after that stop, maybe a few taunts went across the way that said, maybe next time, guys, you might want to kick it.
We'll see if they can get another stop on this drive. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of receivers throw to the linebacker. It's up to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Now Taylor on 1st down, and he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
See, I might, that pass right there, if he ain't like on, I think I could put a little touch on it.
Get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one and earns him a fresh set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he's got his man on the outside. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Rashad Perriman with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. That's a heck of a start to this one here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway, essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Time for this defense now to get back on the field. They forced a big swing. They had the safety last time that led to a touchdown. They've got a lot to build on.
That's a pretty good sequence, too, isn't it? Defensively, force a safety. Then you got to give up. They've got a free kick it, right? And the offense takes that momentum and runs downfield and scores another one for you. Love what they're doing right now on the defensive side of the ball.
Will that continue? Let's see. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On offense, a guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks. So you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds Barnage. He's got it. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. C.J. Mosley in there for the sack on what would. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of... Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One receiver left, two to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
His throw incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Taylor. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Jeremy Butler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield toward the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here.
into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And they can run it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. There'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. Rashad Perriman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a...
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery.
Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now this offense ready to take over again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the card.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Here's Taylor. That's caught at the 3. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
He wasn't running around, see? He was running that.
And this offense continues to pour it on. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot in the end zone and made it pay off.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers and Miami.
And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back.
31st. Ain't that some shit?
It's going to be a long day for you.
Johnson going right. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22.
Huh?
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8.
Listen, man, it don't matter because I'm going to still get 2 good people. I get back-to-back picks damn near.
Bowled over by offensive linemen, have excellent hands that can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
A right side catch by Crabtree.
Yep.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play.
What?
And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game.
Who the fuck you talking to, Stewie?
Then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down.
Listen, Stewie. I ain't one of these other niggas. Don't start with me.
He gets us away. It's a
You heard me?
drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out
Alright,
of bounds,
clear.
and spotted in
We gotta
the
understand it.
15
But what's up with everybody, though?
So out now comes the offense
right?
back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the
Hey, yo, they should start 4 Central, right?
Confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like
That shit gonna be all night.
done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay
You said nah.
this go around. So a minute 56 to play in this
Oh
first
yeah.
half.
All I want. All I want.
EA Sports after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Ten yards to go on 3rd. Again, it's Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play.
Yeah, from Walmart.
So here we go, first and 10 now. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is,
Yeah.
and I know that other quarterbacks...
You know what my mic costs?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
$6.
Michael Crabtree, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns able to get this.
No, it does. Just tell you. I got mine for $6.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
I done bought too many high-dollar ones to go out like that again. My son be fucking them up.
5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up in an offset eye. Now Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they will play this.
I think we'll find out
I gotta get mommy out.
A gain of 3.
Then I gotta stop the pirate. I mean, press that red button. Press that red button. You gotta press that button right there. Don't press again.
It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to Here's some highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. Harriman's going to make the catch in traffic.
And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see in the postgame. We're ready to get to the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They build That's a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive.
His way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time. And
What up, what up, what up? I'm here playing my game. Motherfucking game. About to take my goddamn starters out. Gotta take my starters out, man. These niggas, they done already fucking fuck one of my niggas up already. I need all my niggas for the playoff.
with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Yeah. Shit, me tight too. I'm mad as fuck. And I audibled into the play that he got hurt on. That's the retarded shit.
Back at the 21-yard line. They lost 2 and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one.
I should just froze.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And look at this, another fake. He hits White, complete. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams are in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jeremy Butler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense.
Y'all on 2K?
Back out on the road for their first possession of the second half.
Trick.
This game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board.
Yo, Trick.
Here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
And the ball is knocked out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read,
Defensive
and it's
holding.
picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Sorry. That shit said holding defense.
And here are the Browns.
Oh my God. It said holding on the defense, and I get penalized for it.
Symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Huh? You hungry? All right.
down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well.
Yo, Trick, y'all playing 2K? Yeah, go get that nigga right. Cause that nigga suck.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there. And Johnson lost the
Nigga ain't no beast, man.
and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose
My small forward, that nigga 92.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard.
My shot creator here 88.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving
On my small forward, yeah.
are not easy ones to hit.
Not my shot creator though.
Juke and make you miss, and that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
Nigga on weed, pop pills and a perk. Little mama with me trying to get this work. What the fuck they on? I don't know what the fuck they on. I don't know. A nigga getting high all day and all night.
Anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
Man, this nigga. That's why I want Cordell Jones. That nigga throwing power is retarded.
You're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where
A nigga getting high.
And he is in the end zone for a touchdown. Jeremy Butler, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. You got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to
London,
this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over.
come eat this cereal.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going up.
No. You're cereal.
Usually after about 3 to 4 steps.
Give me that plate.
Towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away.
Go eat your cereal.
And give the quarterback a really nice target.
Roethlisberger now to throw him. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
You peed?
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now this offense ready to head back out there, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I ain't lying, the nigga. He gets the ball out fast as a motherfucker, dog.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like this shit though. Word up, cuz. Oh, come on, man.
The 1st down yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guys, they got to pick their heads up and try and hold.
Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 1st and goal here from the 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jeremy Butler with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. Fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. Fresh set of downs here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And they went big on first down.
That's the crazy shit.
Depending on the team, they call that an explosive
I'm waiting
play or a chunk
for
play. But what did they get on the previous one? They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Robert Woods, former
I'm trying to think.
the intended target, and it's third down.
If I throw that
Jam the receivers at the line
to the
here.
inside.
Defensively. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
The play action fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now Roethlisberger. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And look at these numbers, Charles. It's one thing for a run-of-the-mill quarterback, a rookie quarterback for back-to-back games that don't go their way for him. This is a little bit of an aberration, isn't it?
And normally when you see a guy of this stature have a really rough game the week before, you just expect him to explode the very next week. But back-to-back weeks, we've seen tough times from him. I can't wait to see him try and pull himself out of it and see what he does differently.
Then to throw again. And Aiken with it over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Gary Barnidge, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting.
Niggas is down 46. Niggas ain't coming back. If I blow a 46-point lead, I don't need to play Madden no more. I heard that. Oh, you got that shit on 12 minutes. And you a starter? Oh man.
Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead.
You gotta be fucking shitting me, man.
Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points.
You gotta be.
That's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking of future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Nigga on weed, popping pills in the perk. Little mama with me trying to get this work. What the fuck they on? I don't know what the fuck they on. I don't know. A nigga get high all day and all night. I went to that dumbass concert last night too. Yeah, it was alright. I got in that shit. I got in that shit for free though. Them niggas had to pay, yeah. Cause I wasn't gonna go, but I was gonna meet up with them niggas like after the shit was over. So I'm thinking the shit was gonna be over like 10 o'clock. So I shoot up there to go meet the niggas. They like, yo, these niggas ain't come out yet. You might as well come in. I'm like, nigga, I can't get in. So I went to the front gate, trying to get in. It's like it's sold out. They sold ticket. Yeah. I was there for a quick second. Then Fab and Jada and them vans pull up. So now they open up. They got to open like the side door for them niggas to come in. Man, they opened the side door and left that bitch open, man. About 30 people walked in that motherfucker. I followed suit, nigga. Fuck it. I follow suit, nigga. Long as I'm in this bitch, I don't give a fuck. I found we the best and low key, and I was like, oh, alright, we straight. I'm in here. Niggas was mad too. They was like, man, we fucking paid. We been here since 8 o'clock, just standing around. I said, yeah. Yeah. You come in here and these niggas about to come on stage. Yep. And you ain't pay. Yep.
Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zach Brown in there to get him. And that's sack.
Listen, man, I walked right up. I was walking to the car. I was walking back to my car. And I saw the vans pull up, and the guy was like, yo, here go the artists right here. They just pulling up now. And I'm like, artists, that gotta be Jaden Fast. So let me just sit out here right quick. You know what I'm saying? And to see these niggas get out the motherfucking whip. And they open that side door. I said, man, fuck them niggas. I saw all them people walk in. I said, man, shit. I'm in this bitch with y'all, nigga. I seen all them motherfuckers walk in. I guess it was their, like, their entourage. They was deep, nigga. I'm talking about deep. Them niggas had to been a bit 100 deep, man. Yo. Yo, what the fuck you was doing? Sleep? Oh. Oh, man. Oh, you had to bring in the dance? Where Jess at? Where Jess at? Work? Oh, tell him I said what up.
Very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
Oh, shit, man. What the fuck? Damn. I'm on that play. She knew exactly what Cookie was missing.
Last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the
Hello?
defense, and they exploited them the last time.
Hello?
Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Oh, fourth and short, right at midfield. This is where you tell your offense, I've got faith in you guys to get me a few yards. And sure enough, they repay that faith and keep the drive moving with a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Marcel Darius continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Second down, Roethlisberger. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. Then he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. Easy, easy. Slam.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And now it's second down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now it's Roethlisberger. It finds Crabtree for the completion. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Barnage has it on the right side. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. One last shot for Roethlisberger. incomplete. As time has run out
In the kitchen.